Queen Victoria was one of the most powerful rulers Britain had ever had. During her reign, the British Empire increased to over 1/5 of the globe. She presided over the Industrial Revolution and was the longest reigning monarch of that time. Welcome to History with Natalie. I'm Natalie Broomer, and today we're going to be discussing Queen Victoria. If you like historical and biographical videos, then this is the place for you. Start now by clicking the like button and subscribing. Queen Victoria was born on the 24th of May 1819 in Kensington Palace. At birth she was 5th in line for the throne. Her father, Prince Edward, the Duke of Kent, passed away while she was very young, so she grew up knowing she would be queen one day. Her childhood was strict and severe. She was subjected to Kensington system, designed to make her weak and unable to do anything on her own. She was always chaperoned, unable to make friends, spent little time with other children and had to share a bed with her overbearing mother. This system was put on her by John Conroy, the man who was appointed to control Victoria and her mother. Conroy was always critical of Victoria. He would often call her lazy and stupid. Ever the opportunist, during a visit, Victoria became ill with typhoid. He accused her of laziness and unfit to be queen, and demanded she sign her power of attorney over to him. Thankfully, she said no. At age 18, Victoria was awoken in the middle of the night and informed by her mother that her uncle, King William IV, had passed away. Victoria was now queen. Moving to Buckingham Palace, she severed ties with her mother and John Conroy. During her coronation, she starts a friendship with Lord Melbourne, the Prime Minister. He was a father figure who made her laugh. This is in contrast to the next Prime Minister, Robert Peel, who would ultimately resign as he couldn't control her. John Conroy would try to take advantage of Victoria again. He approached Lord Melbourne, claiming that she promised him a pension and a seat at court. However, he did not get it. Victoria became a popular ruler during her time and would survive 7 assassination attempts. Victoria's mother and John Conroy tried to control her further by marriage. Albert, a cousin to Victoria, was told to court her so her German side of the family would have influence over her. Albert and Victoria had met briefly. Even though her mother planned it, they did fall in love with each other. Due to royal protocol, Victoria proposed to him and became pregnant soon after the wedding. The pregnancy was difficult but would go on to have 9 children with Prince Albert. In 1861, Prince Albert died from typhoid fever at Windsor Castle. Victoria was absolutely distraught. She would sleep with a picture of him next to her. Servants were instructed to lay out his clothes each day. The Queen had a long period of mourning. She would often travel to Germany as a way of connecting with him. Black clothes, a sign of mourning, would be her wardrobe until her death. This led her to be given the name the Widow of Windsor. After Prince Albert's death, Queen Victoria developed a friendship with John Brown, who was Prince Albert's assistant when he was in Scotland. He made her laugh. There were rumours that they were lovers as they hugged and held hands in public. They would also sleep in adjoining rooms. Victoria wore his mother's ring, and upon her death, the Reverend Norman MacLeod revealed that the Queen and John had married in secret. John Brown encouraged the Queen to write a book entitled More Leaves from the Journal of a Life in the Highlands. This book sold 100,000 copies at this time. Upon her death, her daughter Beatrice tried to delete the book as it was seen as an embarrassment to the family. Their story would be made into a movie starring Judi Dench and Billy Connolly titled Mrs. Brown. Queen Victoria had also had a friendship with Abdul Karim. He was a tutor who was hired to help her study Hindustani. She would allow him to travel with her. Her family were concerned that she was being taken advantage of. This friendship would also be made the subject of a movie entitled Victoria and Abdul. Queen Victoria had 9 children, 5 daughters and 4 boys. She became known as the grandmother of Europe, her children marrying into several European royal families, including Germany, Russia, Norway and Spain. However, due to illness, Victoria outlived 3 of her children and only 34 out of 42 grandchildren survived to adulthood. Victoria passed on the royal disease of haemophilia to her family. Her son Leo had the disease, while 2 of her daughters were carriers. Princess Beatrice, who married into Spanish royalty, and Princess Alice, who married into Russian royalty. After Albert passed away, she became increasingly controlling of her children, often spying on them. It is said that she expected her youngest child, Princess Beatrice, to remain unmarried and by her side forever. However, when Beatrice did get married, Victoria didn't speak to her for 6 months. Queen Victoria was named the Empress of India, although she never visited the country. Victoria was the longest reigning monarch of that time, only surpassed by her great-granddaughter, the late Queen Elizabeth II. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to click the like button, and we welcome any comments to help improve future videos.